was Sweden?
Oh, hospitable.
You mean debauched by the look of you.
That's just early plays. Thank you, Pris.
And donuts at 12:30 are no way to get elected Mr. Universe.
I've told Pris to get me some vitamin pills.
Bit gin on your cornflakes next.
Good morning, Miss Castleton. Join me for breakfast?
You look as if you live here.
I do.
Which makes it hell for the rest of us. I don't mind the office routine, but organising laundry is something else.
Sarah Courtney, Miss Margaret Castleton.
How'd you do, Miss Castleton?
Think you met everybody else?
Well, where would you like me to start?
At the deep end, like I'll have to when I come to Leeds. There are about 1,800 files in this office, 300 of them on the boil. A man called Price Hartley coming in this morning. That could be interesting.
Oh, yes, the music industry.
If that's the phrase for
David
it.
Main's
Industry,
office,
yes,
reception.
music, I'm not so sure.
Mr. Bulmer, just hold on, I'll put you through. Mr. Bulmer, there's a call for you.
Oh, I'll take it on here. Sidney Bulmer? What? When? Wait a minute. David, they've just arrested my son-in-law. Assault and grievous bodily harm.
Chris. Where?
Waiting in the park for his little girl. Go on, Mary. Take your time. What happened?
Daddy! 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 Help! Daddy! Help! Daddy, help! Help, Daddy! Oh, Daddy! Let me go! 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 Oh, Daddy!
It's all right. It's all right. Shh. No, it's all right, love. It's all right. No, it's all right. All right. It's all right. All right.
You'd better ring for an ambulance and the police.
All right. All right.
Daddy! Oh, Daddy!
Mrs. Hargrave, listen to me. Tell your husband to say absolutely nothing. Somebody will be with you just as soon as we can get over there. Now get the little girl to a doctor and tell him why. We'll need a full report. Bruises, shock, that sort of thing. But above all, tell your husband to keep quiet until we get there. Right, on your way, Sidney. Don't worry about it. If it had been my daughter, I'd have killed him.
Shall I take your coat, Miss Castleton?
Richard, sorry to have kept you waiting.
For a minute, I thought the building was on fire.
See what I can do. Oh, this is Miss Castleton from our Leeds office. I'd like her to sit in, if you don't mind.
Well, the more the better. We need everybody you've got on this one.
Mr. Price Hartley is with a large music and record company, and we handle their contract and litigation side.
For £2,000 a year retainer.
Yes, I know the figure. In my opinion, a good deal of work is done for it.
Well, you're just about to be landed with a problem that'll make you earn the money.
Don't worry, Richard. We're in the problem business.
Oh, where shall I start? My company's just spent £100,000 promoting a singer called Johnny Blue. Over the next 2 years, we expect to get this money back and a solid profit besides.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, we've just been served with a writ from his ex-manager, which alleges breach of contract. Mort Harper claims he has exclusive call on the services of our artist and a long-term contract to prove it. He wants £200,000 to tear it up.
It's a lot of money to pay for amplified noise.
It may be noise to you, David. It's money in the bank for us. And I'm worried about this one. The boy's good. He spent a lot of money on him. It's been slow and careful, and now this Ex-manager crawls out from under a stone and wants to cash in.
Does Harper have a case?
Well, that's David's job, isn't it? If he has, we're in for a lot of trouble.
Don't worry, Richard. I'll tell you whether you're in trouble when I've read this lot.
Well, Mort Harper's not big time, but he's clever. So watch him.
We watch everybody.
When I arrived, there was this chap on the floor, and your client was holding his daughter.
Is there anybody there before you?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. You could see this other chap was hurt.
How long before the police arrived?
10 minutes. One of them went with the ambulance.
My client say anything?
I don't know. Who is he, anyway?
My son-in-law.
Well, Deep End seems to have arrived. Which one do you want? Bulmer's son-in-law or a pop singer's contract argument?
Oh, I don't know. I liked Sidney Bulmer.
Right choice for the wrong reasons. Sarah can tell you where to go.
The client's name is George Hargrave. He's been held at West Street Police Station and the offence took place in Danbury Park. I'll ring Sidney and tell him you're coming.
Thank you.
The best way to get there is
Yes,
to
I
go...
have been in London before. Thank you, Miss Courtney.
Don't let it bother you. Father's influence, Wuthering Heights stuff.
She dresses like it. I knew I'd seen that outfit somewhere.
She's a very worried young lady.
Where does she fit in?
That's what she's worried about. That's what she's down here to find out.
I know buying a house is important, but I didn't sign on to go scrambling around a loft while Miss Venables prods the ceiling with a walking stick.
You'll be all right. Woodworm isn't catching, and her brother can give us a lot of business. Does she want it?
Yes, thank God. It's the 6th one we've looked at. I told her it fitted her like a jewel box. All 20 bedrooms.
Good, splendid. She pays on time. Sarah can do the council searches. Now, Peter, there's a panic on from Price Hartley's firm. They spent a lot of money on a singer, and now some joker's slapped a writ on him. Breach of contract. The joker's name is Mort Harper. I want you to drop everything, find out who's representing him.
Just what I need. A little light music.
Well, according to your son-in-law, he found this man molesting his daughter, so he went for him.
You sound as if you don't believe it.
I don't know, miss. I wasn't there. There's a lot of cases in the book, but this is the one we hate most, because you're never sure. One thing's certain, though. The other man's in hospital and he's badly hurt. His name's Fletcher. He's a businessman and he's well known. Now we've had his wife, his family, and his solicitors on. So we've got no option but to prefer charges.
Yes, but grievous bodily harm. That's a bit steep, isn't it?
You should have seen Fletcher, sir.
George Hargrave is my son-in-law. I've known him for 12 years. I don't know a milder man. To tell the truth, I've often thought he was a bit timid.
Well, he wouldn't be if somebody was assaulting his daughter.
No, nobody would. Oh yes, thanks, Ted. Yes. Well, we do know of you, Mr. Bulmer. The Supers told me to give you all the help we can. Fletcher's recovered consciousness. That's the statement taken from him in hospital. You see? He categorically denies ever touching the little girl. Said he never even saw her. All he knows is George Hargrave came out of the bushes like a maniac and started beating him up.
Were there any witnesses?
None that we can find, sir.
Come in, sir. Show's just starting.
Mr. Harper?
That's me. Okay, Siggy, give me a year's arrest. Great, huh? Turns me on like Christmas lights.
I'm a Mozart man myself.
Yeah? Who's his agent?
Oh, God and posterity, I should think.
No such firm. What do you want?
Mr. Harper, would you mind telling me the name of your solicitors? That is, the people acting for you in this alleged breach of contract case.
Alleged? What do you mean, alleged? Look, I taught that kid to clean his teeth, wear socks, stop swinging from trees.
Still, I would like to know who's acting for you.
Nobody acts for me, baby. Any deal's ideal. You think I'm gonna let some creep in a celluloid collar grab off 20% of the action?
Mr. Harper, you don't seem to realize you'd be far better off with proper representation. I have to tell you that.
You working for the other side? These cowboys with the big carpets who want to own everything?
That's right. Here you are.
David Maine, huh? You Maine?
I am an associate of Mr. Maine's.
So forget it, baby. I'll talk to the boss. Give him a bell maybe tomorrow in the PM. There's a coffee machine on the way out. Have a brew on me. Okay, Ziggy, hit me again.
You need not only a solicitor, but a hearing aid.
But even after you told him he should engage a solicitor?
Oh, yes. But he's freak enough to insist on acting for himself.
Ah, we'd better baffle him then, hadn't we?
Well, request further and better particulars.
That's right. Get him to specify the dates, times, and occasions on which contract was alleged to have been in breach.
So on right down the line, the full barrister routine.
Ex-barrister, Peter, but never mind. And the longer the better. Then dig up a commissioner to deliver it by hand.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I've got to pick up a dinner jacket from the house. I'll collect you about 7, right? See you tomorrow, Peter. Good night, Pris.
Good night, Mr. Maine.
Put your nasty little mind away, sweetie. It's just a Law Society shindig.
I talked to the parkkeeper. He arrived when it was all over. So did the others.
There must have been somebody.
I doubt it. I know these kid fanciers. They weigh it out, pick the quiet parts.
Perhaps this man Fletcher's been in trouble before.
No. At least he hasn't been caught. I asked the super. I'll tell you one thing. If George does go down for 5 years in the GBH, Brother Fletcher's going to meet with a very nasty accident.
That might make you feel better, but it doesn't help. You don't sound like an ex-policeman working for a solicitor.
I believe George. I know him.
The little girl will remember.
That's just the point. She doesn't. At least not much. I asked Mary. It must have all been fairly quick. David'll sort it out.
I'm a solicitor too, you know.
I know you are, Miss Castleton. I didn't mean otherwise.
But not in David Maine's class?
I don't know. I hope you are.
Thank you. What about shoes?
I'll wear those I've got on.
You look tired.
There's lighting in here. Always told you it was terrible. I needed that. Thanks.
You are an idiot, you know.
I didn't change the lock.
Now, you just went to live at the office.
I was busy and it was the simplest way out. Just stick a bed in one of the back rooms.
Well, at least you're never late for work.
Was that? I think we're both being a bit obstinate. You need all the nest building and togetherness. I need... You know what I need. Sort of scramble I'm in and your version of happiness is incompatible.
So you choose one version, yours, and hope that mine's temporary. It isn't, you know.
I love you if I'm capable of it. And I love the kids. But I can't spend my whole damn life building shrines.
But isn't that the label for what you're doing now?
You're distorting it. Any clown can have the groves of Arcadia, the ass's milk, the connubial bliss, and I want that. Don't underrate me. But I want a lot more as well.
I remember Arcadia. Wasn't bad. Who are you taking, Sarah?
Who else is there? I take it you prefer me to keep my relationships professional. Would you like to come?
Oh, darling, not at 2 hours' notice. Besides, I have an appointment. I can't say I find this a very pleasant experience.
You're not supposed to. That's why people pay private detectives like me. Times, facts, geography. The bedroom window's the one on the top left. Living room, bottom right. Bathroom's at the back.
Oh. I'm sure they make you stand up all the time at reception so that you think about your feet instead of drinking.
It's one of the few worth going to. At least with delegates from the American bar, you don't get the usual parish pump nitpicking.
And we made some useful contacts. Oh, that's Aunt Harriet. She's up for a few days shopping. Here we go.
Sarah, you know I am particularly fond of gentleman's relish on a water biscuit before I go to bed. Why has your refrigerator got nothing in it but diet rolls and tonic water?
Well, you've been shopping all day, Aunt Harriet, not me.
A feeble reason. Good night.
Do all your relatives think this is a hotel?
Most of them. She's the worst, though. She takes over my bedroom, and I have to sleep on those planks in the spare. What about Sidney Bulmer?
I'll be at the magistrate's court tomorrow. Not that I ought to be. The last thing I want is a reputation as a criminal lawyer. The Arkwright case last month was bad enough. All the money's in the city for people like me. There's nothing scares a merchant banker more than his solicitor's name in the newspaper. I'm sorry for Sidney, but the case is a waste of time. There's no money in it, and we don't have enough bodies. Besides, a few more like these, and all the villains in London will be knocking on the door. The day after that, word goes round that I'm crooked.
But you'll be there.
Huh. Yes, I'll be there. With my head rattling just to prove I need it examined.
Don't bother with the Times. You won't need them.
Mrs. Main, you've been to see a solicitor for advice, and he's told you what to do. I hope to prepare a report on it, then we can tear it up. But you've got to have that report. You need the Times, facts, geography. Otherwise, you and your kids could end up on the street with £5 a week and not a comeback on earth.
Yes, I know. Sooner or later, everything gets dirty.
That needn't mean too much, you know. It can mean what you want it to mean. No more, no less.
First thing to do, Sidney, is to get our case put well down on the list. As soon as the clerk arrives, tell him we need more time.
Look, I'm sorry about all this, David. Whatever it costs, I'll settle. At the full rate.
Haven't you got enough to worry about? Miss Castleton, I want you to find a telephone. Start with the local papers, then the news agencies, then the nationals. Sidney can get our case put back, which will give him time to get here. Then I want you to do the full Public Indignation Act. Are the parks safe for our children? Are we becoming a nation of perverts? Is a father entitled to defend his daughter, etc.?
Well, just how am I supposed to justify these telephone calls?
Oh, invent some societies you're chairman of. Emote a little. We do feel strongly about this, don't we?
Yes. I'd feel better if I knew the real reason.
We may not get headlines, but at least I'd like some comment. The police can't dig up any witnesses. This might.
Well, I wish there was some other way.
Yes, so do I. I wish I were in an armchair, drawing up a nice, peaceful will for a well-heeled old lady, but I'm not.
And afterwards, I suppose we elect to go to sessions on this?
Yes, indeed. I want trial by jury. I want 12 men in that box, and I want every single one of them to hear his own daughter screaming.
How does anybody run a business like this? Where is everybody?
2 of our principals are at court, and the remainder have got other business to attend to. Look, if you'll be good enough to sit down, Mr. Harper, I'll get you some coffee.
Baby, if I wanted coffee, I know a dozen joints that'll score points over this tomb. They got music, too.
I'm sure no one will object if you whistle quietly.
Baby, you can't be real. You have to live in a shop window at night. Hey, you mean? Now, look, what does all this garbage mean? I can read, but this is from another planet. What does it say in English?
Fairly straightforward request. We need further and better particulars.
Look, baby, I can spell out the words. It's when I put them together I come up with 0.
Mr. Harper, any competent solicitor can explain this to you. You allege breach of contract, you have to justify the claim, and we're entitled to the facts. If you're confused now, wait till you arrive in court. Get yourself a good solicitor.
Who needs them? I've been dodging sharks ever since I found out what a contract looked like.
This is different, and you're an amateur. A good amateur never beats a good professional.
With a case like mine, he does. I've worked for it. I've been in this racket 12 years. You find some kid. You teach him to walk upright. You buy arrangements. You pound on doors. You go bow-legged trying to get someone to listen. You rupture yourself muscling amplifiers. 12 years. And every loud and greasy joint there is. Thinking every time this is it. $1 million sound. And once. Just once you hit it. The jackpot. Johnny Blue. On this one you really sweat. You go for broke. And they wave him away from under you in a big car. But not for free, they don't. I want 200 grand, and I'll get it, baby. I earned it, and this proves it.
There are 111 orders, 1,097 rules, and then 1,200 pages of small print which govern the steps to be taken in an action like this. Since you insist on acting for yourself, I suggest you find out what's involved. I'll see you at the law courts tomorrow, 11 o'clock. And get a solicitor.
With what?
You are charged with causing grievous bodily harm in that you did in Downbury Park on Tuesday, April the 15th, unlawfully inflict grievous bodily harm upon Victor Louis Fletcher, contrary to Section 20 of the Offences Against the Person Act, 1861. Now, you are charged with an offence in respect of which you are entitled, if you desire it, instead of being dealt with summarily, to be tried by a jury. Now, do you wish to be tried by this court or by a jury?
By jury.
Very well, then. Let the prosecution proceed. Are you ready to open, Mr. Russell?
Somebody must have seen it from the beginning. All I've heard are ambulance men telling me how much blood there was.
Fletcher's likely to be in hospital for another month. You're lucky they're saving the doctor's evidence for the higher court.
But George had to have a reason. It's a simple one. He's given it you.
I accept that, sir. But without witnesses, it's his word against Fletcher's. And we haven't got any witnesses.
Do you wish to say anything in answer to the charge?
Through me, the defendant pleads not guilty and reserves his defence.
George Hargrave, you will be committed to stand your trial at the next sessions of the Central Criminal Court.
Look, Dad, I told you Mort Harper's no fool. Sometimes he pretends to be, but that's just part of the front. What are you going to do?
Well, he's acting for himself, which means I've got one hand tied behind my back. If he gets to court and we're not careful how we handle Harper, we'll be fighting the judge as well.
We don't want it to go as far as that.
No, I don't think it will, but I've got to run him up to the door of the court and then we can work out payment for nuisance value.
He won't come down, you know. We've been through the contract.
Yes, so have I. The singer was underage when he signed it, but the parents' consent makes it valid. I've got Peter Findon chasing around the 2 witnesses to see if they can do anything. It's a very short, watertight document.
Look, David, if I'd wanted to be depressed, I'd have stayed in the office. For the money we pay you, I expect you to give this your personal attention.
I'm getting a little tired of that sort of lever, Richard, so let's make one thing very clear, and I'll let you have it in writing today. After the Harper case, I wish to renegotiate my retainer and association with you. You're not making deals for a one-night stand in some basement. I'm a solicitor. Your approach is a little smoother than Harper's, but that's the only difference.
Pull in here a minute, quick. Thank you very much.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to go on, Mr. Hargrave. One of my assistants will look after you. We've not met, Miss Castleton, but I know of your father. I trust he remains well.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you.
Good. I've spoken on the telephone with Mr. Maine, and my suggestion is that we should talk to Mr. Griffith. He's a very good junior, very experienced in police prosecution.
Well, I'll be guided by you. What are we going to mark the brief on this case?
Isn't this a personal matter?
Personal to one of our associates.
In that case, Mr. Griffith would not wish to be unreasonable. Shall we say 5 and 2?
Oh, that's very generous. I was expecting 50 and 25 a day refreshers.
My counsel are used to taking the rough for the smooth, and Mr. Maine will be coming to chambers again, I've no doubt.
Yes.
After you.
Thank you.
We have to wait until your solicitor gets here. All part of the protocol. Half like Frederick to slip up on that. Ah. Good morning, Miss Castleton. Thank you, Frederick. I don't think we've met. I'm Oliver Griffith. A beautifully clear brief, if I may say so.
Thank you, but I have prepared them before.
One thing that worries me is the lack of witnesses.
It worries me, too.
How's the little girl?
Oh, she's fine. You know what kids are like. I don't think she remembers too much about it. It was all over so quickly.
We have the doctor's report.
Yes, some bruises and evidence of shock.
What sort of child is she? Bright, shy?
Average, I'd say. She's a bit shy. Why?
When a child gives evidence in court, they try and make it easy. Usually the judge sits the child at the side of him, that sort of thing. I want to call the daughter as a witness.
Oh, no. She's not going anywhere near that court. Well, I told you she's happy, and in a week she'll have forgotten all about it. My wife watched her cry for 3 hours that day. She thought she'd never stop. I'm not risking that. I'm not dragging it all up again. You're not calling my daughter, Mr. Griffith. I'd rather go to prison.
Morning.
Oh, morning, sir. Cheers.
Large gin and tonic, please.
Gin and tonic, sir.
Do you know anyone called Harry Rowlands?
Yeah. I'm Rowlands.
Oh, couldn't be better. Did you witness this contract?
That depends.
On what? Either you did or you didn't.
On who's in trouble. Johnny or Mort Harper?
Harper.
Yeah. Yeah, I witnessed it.
Can you tell me anything else?
You give me a good reason, then I'll try.
Johnny's doing well. Harper's suing the company promoting him.
Oh, dear. You know, you've got to give it to Harper. He never stops hustling. You know, you could dig forever to bury him, and he'd come up in Australia with some green kid in one hand and a contract in the other.
This Johnny, Johnny Blue, started here?
Yeah, that's right. Then Mort came along and promised him the big time, and well, that was it.
Hmm.
Well, at least for 4 months. Then Johnny hits back here from Manchester. No guitar, nothing. I gave him a job, collecting glasses, cleaning up.
How long for?
3, 4 weeks. Well, the money wasn't good, but at least he could eat on it. He did the same in another couple of pubs later.
That's very interesting, Mr. Rowlands. I'll have another one of these. Care to join me?
Oh, thank you. I'll have a whiskey.
And now Peter should about wrap it up. We'll get a statement out of him while he can still sign his name. Never mind, it'll be closing time soon. Fine, see you then. Sarah, can Richard Price Hartley?
Square.
No, you speak to him.
Hold the line a minute, please.
Just tell him his troubles are over and find out if it's worth a nuisance settlement to stop publicity. Tell him I'll call him later to discuss the exact figure.
Mr. Bulmer, I've already told you. If anybody had come forward, I'd have let you know.
It's even more important now. You won't let us use the little girl.
Well, more fool him then. Oh, I suppose you can't blame him when you come to think about it.
How many cases have there been like this in the park?
Huh?
Children molested, I mean.
Oh, 3 or 4 a year. Sometimes the kids make it up, of course. You get parents here claiming some man's been jumping out of the bushes. Now, you know the kid's exaggerating, making excuses for being kept in late at school. But there isn't much you can say.
Morning, Mr. Harper. I have here a copy of the contract alleged to be in breach.
I know, I wrote it.
In it, you contracted to pay Alfred Guthridge, now known professionally as Johnny Blue, the sum of £15 per week for a period of 2 years in return for 50% of his earnings over that period.
I already told you, I wrote it.
I have here testimony from a Mr. Harry Rowlands and 3 other publicans that during this contract period, the young man in question worked in public houses as a cleaner for something like 3 months. This was his only source of income. Certainly you didn't pay him anything then or later.
So? I was broke. I couldn't send him the money.
Which puts you effectively in breach of contract, and the document you're claiming $200,000 on is quite worthless.
Now look, I already told you I couldn't send the kid money. At least he was eating. That's more than I was.
It's still breach of contract. Those are the rules. This is what the law's for. You have to follow the rules.
I can still cost them plenty. I can still drag them into court.
I wouldn't do that. Cost would be about $10,000, and there's almost a certainty they'd be awarded against you.
It'd be worth it. The publicity'd make them smell forever.
And you'd smell worse. I've read Johnny Blue's statement. Which brings me to my next point. I think I can persuade my client to make a sum in settlement, without prejudice, of course. Say, £3,000?
Oh, try again, Shark, and add a few noughts.
I'd take it.
Well, that's what they pay you to say.
Naturally. Now, don't kid yourself, Harper. You don't have any choice. Your alternative is nothing, and then a bill for $10,000.
Fine. Great. Kiss the jackpot goodbye. They'll make $1 million out of him. You know that.
They've spent a lot of money promoting him.
And now it's all theirs. Body and soul, and all because of a lousy 6 weeks I spent knocking on doors trying to sell him. Okay. Where do I sign?
I'll see you in Price Hartley's office tomorrow. We can settle it all then.
You know, this place bothers me. Geezers like you bother me. I hustle for a living, sure. They're not like this.
We just use the rules.
Other people have rules as well. You'll find out. They're going to step off a curb and there's lots of careless drivers, some of them on purpose. Or you'll be having a quiet jog and somebody will pick a fight because that's how they make a living. Their rules.
Well, you can't get Kelly's in Brixton. That leaves you with Big Ginger or Tipton.
Copper?
Ex-copper. I work for Mr. Main, and I got a few hard friends, too.
Yeah. Well, treasure 'em, baby. Because they'll need 'em. Sooner or later.
I didn't want to disturb you. There's been a phone call from Major Dibben. It's about my son-in-law. He won't talk to anybody but you.
Right. name and title is Major Richard Sinclair Dibben, DSO, MC and Bar.
That is correct.
And you'd be willing to testify in court as to the accuracy of what you just told me?
Not willing, Mr. Maine. I would consider it my duty so to do. I heard the child scream. I saw her being dragged away. I can't move very fast, but fortunately her father was there. He took the appropriate action, and in my belief he was perfectly justified.
I'm very much obliged to you.
Not at all.
Have you been to the police with this?
I telephoned them and asked to speak to the inspector. Apparently he was busy, so I came to you.
Thank you, Major. We'll let you know when to appear and so on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Major.
Thank you, my dear.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That does it. Somebody does read the papers.
That's the whole point. Well, type that up as a draft and let Griffith see it.
And the police?
No, we're under no obligation to do that. It's not an alibi. And Fletcher's bought himself a lot of law.
He had to. If he doesn't win this one, everybody's going to know he's a nasty little groper.
What do you mean, you know, for sure?
Oh, yes. Goodness, it's Sidney's son-in-law.
Mrs. Fletcher, I've arranged that your husband should be brought into court as little as possible. It's fully appreciated that he was very badly injured, and I'm sure nobody will be allowed to forget the fact.
Dad, if I do go down for 5 years, Mary knows where the papers are. We're ahead on the mortgage. She won't need the car. That should be worth about $400.
You're not going down. And even if you do, nothing to worry about. I'll take care of everything.
I think we ought to be making a move.
I'm very glad to see you, Major. I can't tell you how grateful we are.
Not at all. In my opinion, people like Fletcher need putting away. Oh, this is my daughter, Mrs. Kellaway.
How do you do?
Oh, you're with David Maine, aren't you?
That's right.
Shrewd of Maine not to call that child. We all know what children are for making things up.
How's it going?
Afraid you're losing, old boy. Looks as if your chap's going to go inside for his little bout of fisticuffs. Excuse me.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence which I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Can I have a word, Dave? About Harper. It's all sewn up.
No, in there.
Well, if it's about your expenses, I intend to book everything to Price Hartley, and the rest of it's between you and your liver.
More than that. There's more Harper would say, like it's none of my Cabbage Patch baby, but I saw Julia the other day.
So?
She was with Roy Sanderson. They went into Culber's office. If my wife was seen with the brightest private detective in town, I think I would like somebody to tell me about it. I'm not butting in, David. I didn't know whether to keep my mouth shut or not.
Have you told anybody else?
Well, I did mention it to Sarah.
It takes two to tango, and there isn't any music there, Peter.
I didn't say there was.
Thanks anyway.
Do you want me to do anything? Or Sydney, perhaps. That would be even better.
No, I'll think of something. Don't worry, Peter. Your future's safe. There won't be any big fat scandal for me to be booted out over.
You're a difficult character to help.
And so, gentlemen of the jury, I beg you not to be misled by the eloquence of my learned friend, counsel for the defense. I would ask you not to deal in sentiment, nor morals, nor spurious emotion, but to deal in facts. You have seen the pitiable condition of the victim as he was wheeled into this court. You have heard the testimony of those who found him lying senseless in his own blood after a brutal and, in my view, totally unwarranted attack. Now, can any of you have any reasonable doubt about the evident guilt of his attacker, the man in the dock?
Members of the jury, before you retire to consider your verdict, I must make one final fact quite plain. You will form your own opinion as to whether this savage attack was justified. But I must direct you as a matter of law that provocation, no matter how extreme, is no defense to this charge.
Pris, would you like to go and check on the state of the donut market?
Yes, Mr. Main.
Just see if I've broken any world records yet. I hear Peter Finder's trying to be helpful.
So he told me. Shall I postpone your next appointment?
There's no reason for that. If I'm going to get emotional, I'll do it outside office hours. It's just to say I'm sorry and I shouldn't let it bother you.
I don't. Except for you. And I wouldn't, even if we led as gaudy a life as your wife and Peter seem to think. What does she expect? If she changes the locks, sooner or later somebody's going to give you a key.
You?
Oh, no, David. It's not as simple as that. I don't issue mailing lists. People have to ask. And ask for the right reason. I'll get you some coffee.
Gentlemen of the jury, are you agreed upon your verdict?
No, my lord.
You have been out now for over 3 hours. Is there any prospect, given further time, that you will reach a unanimous decision?
I don't think so, my lord.
In that case, I must direct you that you can return a majority verdict, provided that at least 10 of you agree as to what that verdict is. Do you need to retire, Mr. Foreman?
No, my lord.
Have at least 10 of you agreed upon that verdict?
Yes, my lord.
What is that verdict? Answer only guilty or not guilty.
Not guilty, my lord.
That is the verdict of at least 10 of you.
Yes, my lord.
I must confess that I do not understand how you've arrived at that verdict on the evidence presented. But of course, that is none of my concern. Release the prisoner.
You went in to sell that car. Not that you'd have got 400 for it.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Griffith. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am.
I know how you feel, so don't try. I'm very pleased for you.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. Now let's hope they put that other scoundrel in the dock.
Mr. Griffith, there's something important I must tell you.
Does it concern this case?
Yes, it does. And my father.
Then I can only advise you to speak to the solicitors who briefed me. That's the usual procedure.
Ah, Robert. Now, take your time, Mr. Galloway. George will see your father in your taxi. Now, what is it you want to tell us?
I think my father was lying. I don't think it was ever anywhere near that park.
Well, then why would he give evidence like that? I mean, I don't understand why.
4 or 5 years ago, he used to go to the park every day. And then he started giving the children some sweets. And then we had a complaint from one of the parents. I never knew exactly what happened. My husband dealt with it. My father's old, and he can be foolish sometimes. Fortunately, the child's parents realized this. Well, since then, he's been forbidden to go to the park.
Did you do anything else?
We made him see a doctor.
So you think he wasn't anywhere near the park?
Well, he doesn't go out much now. His leg hurts him. He got excited when he read the newspaper. Look, I don't know what to do.
You leave it to us, Mrs. Kellaway.
I found the major of taxi. He's waiting now.
If we'll look into it, I'll talk to you later. George, see Mrs. Galloway to a taxi. Isn't
Yes, of course.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's common enough. Old men in parks, turfed out to sit in the sun while their daughters do the housework, sitting and thinking. You can get the name of the doctor from Mrs. Kellaway. I might wander round, see where the major usually goes. I can do it quietly.
The Major was the only real witness we had, and he's committed perjury.
And what will that mean?
I don't know.
Would it do any good if I told you there were an ancient aunt taking a rest from fox hunting? She was there all the time using Sarah's bedroom.
Yes, it would. There's nothing I want to hear more. But you can't blame me. You can't tell me you've never looked at Sarah Courtney and wondered what the chances were.
No, I can't, but that's as far as it goes, wondering. Anything else will be unprofessional.
God, that was pompous. But I wish I'd remembered it. It would have saved a lot of grief.
You know what I mean? There's a crude phrase about doorsteps if you want me to use it.
I'm being silly, aren't I? Like you, I want the best of both worlds. You know, I sat in that car and wept. And Roy Sanderson passed me an immaculate handkerchief and told me that a light going out could mean what I wanted it to mean. Nothing more, nothing less. I didn't know what I wanted it to mean. Whether I was happy that you'd finally gone off the rails and turned human. Or whether I was breaking my heart because it wasn't me.
It would have been you. But on my terms.
Everything as before. No, David.
One thing I don't understand, why Culber? Why Sanderson?
I learned a great deal from you. One of the things I learned was to follow the rules. You once told me that the pattern of the law was intricate, and if you didn't know where you were going, you played by the rules. You take the best advice you can get and follow it to the letter.
If you're going to the theatre with Rex and Margot, I can give you a lift.
It'd be nice.
Are you sure David said he'd be back?
Yes, yes, he wants to finish the papers on that pop singer thing. Apparently he's managed to double the retainer.
You don't really approve of the way this practice is run, do you, Miss Castleton?
No, not really. It's not what I'm used to.
Well, I wish you'd get it a bit more of a chance. Then make up your mind.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what your Mr. Maine makes of perjury in one of his cases.
Trouble? Thought they'd acquitted Hargrave.
Yes, they did. But it seems that our chief witness may have committed perjury.
How? Why?
His daughter thinks he wasn't there at all. Major had a bit of trouble 5 years ago giving sweets to kids. He took treatment, but he's been a bit cranky about the subject ever since, so she says.
Well, go on. What did you do about it?
Well, I poked about a bit, made a few inquiries.
What, you let him? Of course. And you call yourself a solicitor? I can understand you, Sidney. I put it down to inexperience. As for you, Miss Castleton, I find this inexcusable.
I quite fail to see why.
Then perhaps you'll tell me the name of our client. For whom are we acting? Major Dibben? Mrs. Kellaway? What's the name on the bill when I come to submit it for your time and for Sidney's? When I sign salary checks at the end of the month, what fees from this exercise are coming in to cover them?
There's a little more to the law than money.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about my professional duty to my client. Mrs. Kellaway thinks, Mrs. Kellaway suspects. Mrs. Kellaway is not our client. If perjury has been committed, we've a perfectly adequate police force to find this out.
Can I remind you, Mr. Maine, of the existence of the Law Society and of the fact that you and I, as solicitors, are officers of the Supreme Court?
Miss Castleton, I require lessons in neither professional etiquette nor duty from you. Now tell me, and let's go through the law on this. At the time of the hearing, did you have any reason to believe the Major was lying? Did you?
No, of course not.
That disposes of our duty to the court. Do you know now? And remember, I'm using the word no. Do you?
No.
Well, that takes care of our duty to the Law Society and our profession. We are not in breach of any professional or ethical etiquette. There's nothing under the carpet but floorboards. If we chased every story told us by every neurotic woman who marched into this office, every single one of us would starve.
What are we going to do?
I've just told you, nothing. Those are the rules. When in doubt, follow the rules.
All right.
Cheer up, Sidney. If it were the end of the world, it'd be allowed a bang. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.